Welcome back, everyone. Xzav here. This is episode 10 of season 1. I'm currently playing on Ark Survival Evolved on the official PvE 440 server, which is on the island map. On today's episode, I'll be continuing with my base review, continuing back at the shop where I left off last time. On this video, as I said on the last video, I do have my face on this video. Normally, I won't be, but I know when I watch videos, sometimes I like to see who's behind the actual video itself. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. Um, if you have any questions or requests, please leave a comment down below, but please keep it friendly. Um, Thank you for watching and hope you enjoy. So, having said that, I'm going to continue on. Down here is my shop area, as I kind of briefly shown you in the last videos. Um, when I made my shop area, the basic idea, I wanted it to be as small as possible, to where the real big thing was I didn't want to be transporting things. Um, from here to there and everything, using my RG or making 10 20 runs and everything. Um but I also wanted easy access to bring dinosaurs in, which is what this little area is for, in order to be able to refill the boxes as well. Now, when I first designed this shop here, I didn't have these storage boxes. So I started off with the vaults, and on these outer ones here, this row by where the pool is, this one little area, I wanted the heavy stuff to be here. So what I did is, I know the things that go in the smithy, I wanted on this end, closer to the smithy. The stone also gets used in the chemistry bench. Um, so I can stand here, I can access stone, wood, metal, and I got the smithy right there. Over here, I also put flint. So I got the flint and the stone, and I can access the chemistry bench. And then I make the spark powder. I put spark powder here. Now I did have to squeeze my torches in up here. Um, and I can't quite reach the torches from the wood. Yeah, minor glitches in the design. I did it as best as I could. Um, what I do, I found a little fix for that. I just access the wood here. I put the wood in the smithy. I put plenty enough for all the torches. I jump up here, and I can just access the smithy and access all the torches if I stand right in the exact right spot. No problem. Same thing when the charcoal is done, I'll put them into the smithy. I come over here, I dump the charcoal in the vault. Um, so over here, I got the chemistry bench, I got the spark powder, I got the charcoal. I put it in the chemistry bench. Pow! I can make the gunpowder. I make the gunpowder. It goes back into the smithy. And if I don't think I use gunpowder in the fabricator. Yeah, maybe I do. If I had to, I would just use the smithy as a jump off point. Put it in the smithy, then put it to the fabricator. Um, but basically the same idea. When I get a little closer to the fabricator, well, now I have metal, crystal, obsidian. I also have the cementing paste near it, silica pearl, the pelt, and all that is right here. Let's see what else is in the shop here. Kind of go through this pretty quick. I also have hide over here. That's used in a lot of things. Of course, that's really light, so I can carry that back and forth. Um, and as you've seen in the other videos, I do have other areas where I have hide. This vault is specific just to the shop. My shop supply of hide, not really for making gas and everything. I kind of showed this a little bit before the other day. I have water skins here. I have the water. Sometimes it's hard to get just the right spot, but I can get it. It's kind of difficult. Um, but I can get it where I can access the water and the cooking pots. The deal with the railing is if you step on the cooking pot while it's burning, while it's on fire, then you do get hurt. So I just put a little railing around it. Of course, here in the shop, I got my blueprints. I got the best of my armor and weapons that I ever found, best of the saddles, best of the structures, just to show how I put the little folders, give you guys kind of an idea what I got. Clothing, hide, chitin. I'll just go through these real quick. Of course, you can always kind of pause it if you're interested in something that I have or whatever. I'm interested in looking how I set it up, whatever. Just open them all up real quick here. Tools and melee weapons, shields, missile weapons, basically like I have it on my other guys, on my the skins, the taxidermy skin things, and explosives. I think I went through that. Yep. And on saddles, there was so many saddles. I figured, okay, I'll make it like a telephone book. A, B, C, D, E, F. If I want to look something up, I can look it up real quick. Within each of those folders, of course, they're alphabetical: Gallimimus, Gas Bag, Giga, Hyaenodon, Ichthy, Iguanodon, so on and so forth. Through the saddles. Just all the best saddles I found over the years from various sources. I also have the consumable ones, notes, and all that. Ammunition, attachments. Then over in this last one, I put thatch structures, wooden structures. I really wish we could get stone structures. That way I wouldn't have to, uh, learn the stone structures to get to certain things. It just doesn't make sense to me that we can get metal, but we can't get stone. Um, some miscellaneous things. And then, of course, the non-building, more devices and stuff like that, all the wiring and stuff. Um, so moving on along here, the fiber is a little different than the other ones. It's over here because obviously I use it more often for cooking than I do for crafting. Of course, another thing that I did that was kind of difficult when I was designing the space to be small, this shop to be small, where I can access things. I also made it where pretty much most of this I can walk through it as well. Um, so I have the fiber. Of course, I showed you that the other day. The smithy that I have for the scissors, not really for crafting things. Um, in the cooking pot, got the fiber there, and then I keep, I went through all this when I did my base refresh, all those miscellaneous things, gas, which is not only for the cooking pot but also the fabricator and the chemistry bench, anything around this shop area. Um, I have these two vaults over here. Kind of this stuff on the side is a little miscellaneous that I just kind of fit in there. Um, I have this vault is for sap. It is completely full. I'm working on doing this tech storage box as well. The sap takes a little while to build that up, but I do have 20,000. I don't use a lot of it, so dye. You can see I've used dye for quite a bit. I dyed the pathways black. I dyed the shop yellow. I dyed the outer shop purple. I use dye for various reasons. I also have my armor and weapons and tools and all that. Um, when I find better armor, weapons, and tools, I undye the old one and put the new one in and dye that. So yeah, I'm using dye pretty often. Um, so let's see. I think color is, yeah, and you can see I got a pretty good collection of dye and brushes that already have the dye on them and everything. But the way I have it set up, let me get rid of this color up there. Black, white, brown. It's basically set up like how my notes for cooking it is. Because I do have notes down here. Basically here we go with 2 charcoal, black, white, blue, yellow, red, 15 of each color. How many berries I need of each. Um, I found this to be very helpful. I know there's wikis and everything that have it, little apps and programs and all that. But this is the way I like to do it. I'm going to make something. I just look at the note and there we go. And then I have this last one on making soap. Three polymer, two oil. That way I can adjust the note however I want. And you can see the colors I have here. I just have, various amounts of each one. I got some soap, um, spray painter, just, one's good enough. Empty brushes. That's it for that. Um, like I showed you, also on the base refresh, I got the two mushroom and the two flower and the vegetable. Over here on this side, I have a bed. Now I really don't use the bed anymore. Originally, when I had my outposts before I was able to use the tech teleporter, I used the bed all the time for outposts and fast traveling. In which case, I also needed a box to offload stuff on whenever I fast traveled. Um, doesn't really have much in it, just kind of a standard shop gear loadout. Um, then over here, I have the beer barrel. I kind of showed you that real quick the other day. I have the 12 pack. I must be getting lag a little bit. Have the 12 pack of beer in my miscellaneous vault. But I'm also, oh yeah, I am getting lag. Okay, well, I'm back. Yeah, one of the problems with playing on Wi-Fi at hotels is it does dump me once in a while. Fortunately, I wasn't on a bird or in the lava cave trying to grapple over the lava or in a boss arena with all my Rexes in there and everything. But yeah, getting back to this, I was here at the beer barrel. I think I pretty much showed everything recipes. I really wasn't able to open it up. I have some notes, just the way I put notes, on making things. If I want to look here real quick, like I want to make 1,000 polymer. Of course, I already know all that. Um, got a couple recipes and custom recipes and all that. Um, hide and thatch. Yeah, I think I went through all this, except for talking about how now I have the tech dedicated storage boxes. So I went through the dragon and I got the ability to make tech dedicated storage boxes. At first, I wasn't going to make them. I figured, oh, I have enough vaults. I got a real nice shop set up. I'm fine with it. But eventually, I was like, well, yeah, I do want to kind of look into this and expand my storage. And so the way I set it up is I still wanted dinosaurs to be able to come in here and offload from them, especially like the RG. I can land right here and offload things into the boxes. Um, and what I did is the two boxes on the outer part, I kind of made these four rows here between these two vaults, between these two, and so on. Um, so the real heavy vaults here, stone and wood is what I put at the bottom. Same thing with this. I got metal, crystal, and I got obsidian, paste, silica pearl, and the pelt. Then what I did is throughout the shop, like over here, I have the flint and spark powder. So I put flint and spark powder. I got hide and thatch over there. Um, hide and thatch. So I put hide and thatch. Then I got the narcotics. Oh, I forgot to show them too. Of course, because the industrial cooker, no, because the chemistry bench is right there. I put stimulant, narcotics right here. Uh, all the vaults in the shop are full right now. They're the bottom of the glass, and these boxes I'm filling up. They're the top of the glass. They're already full too. Um, Gunpowder, charcoal, they're here. Sap and fiber. I showed the fiber over by the cooker, the sap over on this side. Um, Chitin and a chatna paste. Well, the chatna paste I showed by the snails before down there. I do use these vaults for keratin and chitin. I got some keratin. I don't know why. I got some. The rest of it is chitin. This one, I got some electronics here. The rest is filled with polymer. Um, so of course over here, I got these that I'm trying to fill. And then of course the oil and gas from way over there, I'm using these right here. So, all the different types of resources other than, miscellaneous out of those, I don't see a sense in making any of these. Unless one day maybe I'll add some like black pearl or something once I really start getting enough of those. So yeah, I think that's good for the shop. Good overview. Um, I already talked about the berries and the meat and all that, the cookers while I was down here last. So the rest of this whole area here on my base, you can see I got the tech stuff over here. I was really pleased because I designed this whole base kind of with tech stuff in mind that I wanted to have enough room. Um, but I really didn't plan it out perfectly when I built the base. It just ended up that, these actually did fit very nicely, as you can see, just right where I wanted to put them. Um, you know, it's a little bit of space, just like I like it. I have the tech replicator. Of course, I keep element in here, because it's a really important thing for me. Obviously, I don't want that out in the shop just in case I accidentally unlock the box one of these days or something like that. I did have to kind of squeeze this um, transmitter over in the corner here. I got stuff for going to other servers. Once I do that, I'll stop storing an extra hide in here and I'll actually start putting things in here that go to other servers, dinosaurs, and stuff like that. The cloning chamber I only used a few times. It fits nicely there with the generator being here to power it up. The public teleporter, temporary use for teleporter if I want to come back and just dump something and head back out. Um, yeah, pretty much the pool, which I'll look at in a minute. I already kind of showed you guys. I did show you guys through this how I have all this set up. Um, like I mentioned before, when I do boss runs, I'll put one set of Rexes kind of back in this area, and I'll start healing on like two of the Daedons. I'll do a second run with the second group of Rexes, and I'll put them like this way, and I'll start these other two Daedons, healing them. Once the healing's done, I put food in the troughs, feed the Daedons up. Um, that guy is just for show, like these other guys. He's a speed Rex, but I normally use the one I have in here without the tech armor. Ramp. The ramp does get me up and down from the top of the cliff with dinosaurs and stuff. I rarely use it. This is another exit out, goes to the lower area by the water. I talked about him. Talked about them. Now, building a base, you always get these little areas. I do have something like right here. When I made this kind of thing here, um, so I do have some where I go under here, and I got this little hidden storage area under here. Always useful when you're making a base to have little hidden areas like that. I'm sure everyone that's built a base has those kind of things. Um, Let me darken this a little bit. So I have the pool here. This side is just for the striders and the rafts, basically. On the rafts, I'll talk about that a little bit. I used to have a bunch of boxes on top of this one. I used it for storage, for overflow storage, transportation and stuff. Once I transported everything here to this base, I no longer needed that, but I just didn't want to get rid of the motorboat. Um, this raft is, like I mentioned before on another video, the raft I used to take over to the Carno Island to hunt scorpions and stuff. I kept equipment in here, preserving bins, bed, got some little torches on it. They look neat when I was sailing. I got some stuff. Feeding trough and all that. Used to have to transport dinosaurs on this. Um, okay. Let's see. Getting over to this little area over here. I put this temporarily here because I'm just making a lot of hard paste, right? A hard polymer right now. Um, so when I get enough in here, which I do have now, when it gets to 24,000, I got 12 of the fabricators. I'll go grab 24,000 paste, and I'll grab 24 gas. Yes, and I'll put two gas, 2,000 paste, and 2,000 obsidian. I can kind of stand in the right spot and I can access not only the box, but these three. I'll dump 2,000 obsidian into them, into them, into them. So with 2 gas, 2,000 paste, 2,000 obsidian, I set the fabricator, each one to produce 1,000 polymer, which it maxes out. That's the most you can produce at one time. And I'll turn them all on and let them grind down. Um, Again, over here, I do have, like I said, there's some little hidden spots. I thought it would be neat to try to do something with this one. I never really ended up coming up with an idea. I would have to redesign something a little bit to do something in here. Um, but I always thought it would be pretty cool. Maybe have something down at the end here, or like a little side room or something like that. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool area. Um, that I have this little hidden place in here. And I'll zip out of here real quick. And then, of course, I do, just like I said, when I design the base, close the door here. Close. There we go. I kept this door open mostly for when I was actually building. I had to build the pipes for these X plants, and it was a little difficult to go. If I didn't have this door down here, what I would have to do is go all the way around underneath the foundation and go all the way through under here to get to this area. So I was like, no, I think I'll just make a little access point here. Made the door. You can see there was a couple things I had to do, like for the ramps, I had to do this so they would have foundation. Of course, they're within the one snap point. They're kind of snapped to these, so even though they don't go all the way up or anything like that, they still provide foundation for the ramps. Um, you can see under here, this is where I did all the water piping, the intake, ran the water pipe up for the X plant, ran the electronics all the way from the main base. I can zip back here real quick, all the way back. The water intake comes in here, goes back towards the base through this ramp, goes all in towards the base. I do have an area here where I could access it. I don't know if I still can actually from this one. Yeah, I can. Okay, yeah, that's the way I'd have to go. I can go that way too. Um, yeah, going through like this. I just want to make sure I close my door. Well, I didn't know I could keep my gun out underwater. That's interesting. But you can see I ran the electronics across. Basically, just here's an informational thing. I think the way it works on electronics, I'm really not positive on this, but from my experience, as long as you are within the distance where the generator draws in, then you are allowed to put the electrical cables from that generator. Once you get to a distance where the generator no longer draws in, and sorry, you can't, it doesn't actually see the generator anymore to supply power to those cables. So let's see. Having said that, I'm going to show one last thing, which I did briefly show on another video, but it'll be where I end this video. I'm going to jump up here real quick, and I'm going to do this and zoom across here, and I'm going to leave off right over here with the elevator. Yeah, the glass elevator. I did go up this on another video, and it's strange how sometimes it doesn't show. Even if I do this, it doesn't show it at all, but there it is. Was that weight? Oh yeah, weight's fine. Yeah. So, anyways, got the elevator, goes up, and only real reason I came up here is to show you guys. Yes, I will be continuing on the next video with the tribe room, the little platform outside, the rest of the tribe area, the breeding room. And from there, I think it's time for me to get some meat and berries, go gather some things and do some boss runs and show you what else I do on the server and then maybe talk about breeding a little bit. Um, But that's what I have in plan. So having said that, that's about it for this episode. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. And again, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, this has been Xzav, and you keep on surviving.